All right, let's talk about something that's on the mind of a ton of businesses out there. It's this one big question that honestly could be costing them an absolute fortune. You know the one I'm talking about, right? Hey, why don't we just build our own WhatsApp? On the surface, it sounds like a no-brainer. Take an app everyone knows and loves and just, build a private version for the company. But, and this is a huge but, there's a massive difference between a simple clone and what a real business actually needs to operate. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. See, the real trick isn't just copying features. It's about building trust. It's about security. It's about compliance. It's about creating something that actually adds real measurable value to the business. Okay, so let's really dig into this idea, this clone misconception, because it's a big one.
Look, most of these custom chat apps, they get the basics down. You can send a message, you can share a picture, the UI looks clean, great. But here's the thing, for a modern company, that's just a bare minimum. It's kind of like building a car that only has a steering wheel and an engine. Yeah, it technically moves, but it's missing the brakes, the airbags, the GPS, everything you actually need to drive safely and get where you're going in the real world.
So if the basics just don't cut it, what do businesses really need? This is where you can start to see this huge gap open up between a simple little chat app and a true enterprise platform.
And wow, this lays it out perfectly. On one side, you've got your simple clone, basic messaging, sharing files, easy stuff. But then look at the other side. This is the real world of enterprise. We're talking about governance, compliance you can actually audit, and security that's on the level of a bank. We're talking about AI-driven workflows, proper ways for a human to step in when needed, total brand customization, and having access to every log and analytic you can imagine. I mean, it's not even a fair fight. They're playing two completely different sports. And this is where the solution really starts to click into place. We're not just talking about building a better app, we're talking about something totally different, a whole new foundational layer for how a company communicates.
So let's just get this out of the way right now. AImara is not a clone, period. It was never designed to be one. It was built from the ground up to solve the real enterprise problem, not just to copy a consumer app. So what does that actually mean? Look at the definition here. The key phrase is operating layer. That's so important. Don't think of it as just another icon on your phone. Think of it more like the central nervous system for your entire business. It's the thing that connects customer service, brand engagement, and all your internal teams together, securely and intelligently.
Okay, operating layer sounds cool, but what does that really get you? What's happening behind the scenes that goes way beyond that simple chat bubble we all know?
Well, it's about combining that familiar messaging feel with some seriously powerful tools. You've got AI baked right into the conversations. You have workflow orchestration to automate all the tedious stuff. You could even do things like product authentication or build in loyalty modules to really connect with your customers. And of course, it's all completely customizable to your brand, it's ready for compliance, and it's built with the potential to become the one super app your company runs on. It's the whole package.
And now let's talk money for a second, because this is staggering. Companies are dropping over $100,000, sometimes way more, on those basic chat apps we were just talking about. You know, the ones with no real AI, no governance, and absolutely zero long-term strategic value. It's a huge price to pay for a tool that doesn't even solve the right problems.
This all leads to a really fundamental shift in how you should be thinking about this. It's not about just renting another piece of software. It's about owning a strategic asset. It's about building something for your brand.
And this is absolutely crucial for any serious business. With a platform like AImara, everything, and I mean everything, is built with ownership in mind. It's your branding, your data, your workflows, and the protection of your intellectual property. You're in control.
And that really is the bottom line here. You have to forget the idea that this is just another messaging tool. It's not. It's a command layer. It's the central hub for all secure, intelligent, and brand-driven communication across your entire company.
So, as we wrap this up, I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. When you look at your own company, is your communication just a tool you use, or is it a strategic asset you're building? Because as we've just seen, the difference between those two things, well, it's everything.
Okay, let's jump right in. In any high-stakes industry, right, think finance, legal, consulting, you've got these incredibly powerful back-end systems. Your ERPs, your CRMs, they're basically the engines running your entire operation. But here's the central challenge, the one that's always been there. How do you connect all that power to the front lines? How do you deliver one single seamless client experience? And that's a really critical question to ask yourself. Just for a second, think about your own organization. Does your sales platform actually talk to your project management system? Does your client service data ever make it over to the marketing team? Or is everything just operating in its own little world, creating these frustrating information silos for your team and, even more importantly, for your clients? You know, this disconnect actually has a name. It's called the enterprise engagement gap. It's that frustrating chasm between what all your powerful systems know and what your client actually experiences. This is where things get messy. It's where operational friction happens, where communication gets fragmented, and your brand voice just becomes inconsistent. So the crucial question is, how do we bridge this gap? Well, this is where the source material introduces a solution called AImara. And what's interesting is it's not positioned as just another tool or another app to add to the pile. Instead, they frame it as an entirely new category of software. It's meant to be an essential layer of your infrastructure, a company's brand operating system. Now, that phrase, brand operating system, is really powerful. So what does it mean? It's a system that uses AI agents and automation to unify pretty much everything: how you talk to clients, how you operate internally, how you use your data. It's really designed to be the central nervous system for your brand, making sure every single interaction is intelligent, consistent, and perfectly on brand. This right here, this gets to the core promise. It's all about taking that internal complexity, all the messy behind-the-scenes stuff, and translating it into a single cohesive experience for the client. The idea is that your client never feels the seams of your organization. They just feel the strength of your brand. So that's the what. It sounds great. But how does AImara actually achieve this unification? According to the source, the whole system is built on 4 key technological pillars. Let's break these down real quick. First, you've got AI agents handling the client lifecycle autonomously. Think automated onboarding, follow-ups, routine check-ins, that kind of thing. Second, the system integrates in real time with your existing ERP and CRM, so it's always working with the most up-to-date information. Third, and this is huge, it creates a unified engagement layer. That means every client interaction, whether it's an email, a call, or a message, all happens on one secure branded platform. And finally, there's the AI intelligence layer, which analyzes all this data to suggest the best next step, turning your information from just a static record into a powerful strategic tool. Okay, the technology is obviously impressive, but let's be real. Why does this actually matter from a business perspective? Let's shift focus to the strategic impact, because this is where the true value is for any firm looking to get a serious competitive edge. So here are the big takeaways. You're finally eliminating those internal silos we talked about. You're preventing huge compliance risks by stopping those off-channel chats. You're boosting productivity with AI-powered automation. And, maybe most importantly, you are finally turning all that back-end data you collect into real, tangible value for your clients. And of course, that enhances your brand and the quality of your service across the board. I love a good before and after, and this slide just crystallizes the whole transformation. You move from a state of fragmented messaging, scary compliance risks, and static data over to a state of total brand consistency, complete control over communications, strategic intelligence, and a truly unified experience for everyone. It's a fundamental shift from being reactive to being proactive. And all this leads us to the final and maybe most crucial point. The source material argues that we should think about this technology not as some kind of add-on, but as a brand new piece of core infrastructure. The whole idea is to move beyond just integrating systems and to move toward truly intelligent engagement. The message here is really clear and bold. AImara isn't just another tool, it's core infrastructure. And for industries where every single interaction matters, where precision, trust, and confidentiality are absolutely non-negotiable, this layer of intelligent orchestration is becoming essential. So we'll leave you with this question to think about. Look at your own organization and how your teams communicate and how your clients perceive you. Is your brand's engagement truly intelligent, or is there still a gap between all the power you have on the inside and the experience you actually deliver on the outside?